I'd like to commence this video with a request. For those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions, especially if my guidance has contributed to your success in winning bets and generating revenue, I kindly seek your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance plays a crucial role in bolstering my presence on YouTube. You're welcome to explore my Patreon support tier or check out my various plans. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you seeking our premium picks. You can find the link in the bio and comment section below. Thank you for considering and supporting me. Blue Jays vs. Tigers. My team pick is Blue Jays to win. According to MLB Network, that 47-game drought without a home run from the fourth batter in the lineup marked the longest a team has gone into a season without a homer from its cleanup spot since the 1997 Houston Astros went 60 games without one. When asked about the most baseball stat ever, Schneider offered a prediction with a smile: "Yeah, Bo's going deep tonight." Guess what happened? Bo Bichette, batting cleanup for the 10th time this season, launched a rocket off Chicago White Sox rookie Nick Nastrini for a 2-run homer that highlighted a 7-run second inning for the Blue Jays. The team rolled to a 9-2 win to close out Chicago at Rogers Center. The club captured its first series win since April 19th to 21st against the Padres in San Diego. Bichette, who has struggled offensively this season, rounded the bases and was greeted in the dugout by teammate Jose Berrios, who placed the club's home run jacket around him. His homer was his third of the season and came off the bat at 103.4 miles per hour. Bichette added an RBI single in the fourth and collected 6 hits in 11 at-bats during the Blue Jays' 3-game set against the White Sox. Davis Schneider and Dalton Varsho each drove in 2 runs on Wednesday, while Vladimir Guerrero Jr. added an RBI single. The run support benefited Blue Jays starter Chris Bassett, who allowed 5 hits over 7 scoreless innings. It was easily the right-hander's best start of the season, lowering his ERA to 4.39. He had really good stuff and he kind of knew it going in, and I think he was trying to overpower guys early and then he really went to pitching, said Schneider. That's when he's at his best, and it doesn't matter who he's facing when he's doing that. The Blue Jays will be in better shape if the home run jacket is taken off its hanger more often. As Schneider noted, whether it's a jacket, whether it's a handshake, whether it's a red carpet, whatever it is, you need to have something that just unifies everybody. I thought it was cool that they broke it out today. I think it really just builds team chemistry no matter what you're doing. I'm a believer in little things like that go a long way. I'm not saying a home run jacket is going to fix our season or do anything different, but when guys are kind of pulling in the same direction, it's a good thing. The Blue Jays have recently shown signs of improvement, winning 3 of their last 4 games. Toronto's also bolstered by their lineup, led by power hitters like Dalton Varsho and Vlad Guerrero Jr., is significantly stronger than Detroit's. Bo Bichette's recent performance, including a crucial home run and multiple hits against the White Sox, brought the fun back to Canada. The reintroduction of the home run jacket and the increase in team energy and camaraderie can spur a positive direction in a long season. The Blue Jays are entering a critical 13-game stretch against weaker opponents, including the Tigers, White Sox, and Pirates. Recognizing the importance of these games, Toronto is likely to bring their best efforts to capitalize on this opportunity to improve their standings. Now for the Tigers, Detroit is on a 4-game losing streak, including being swept by the Kansas City Royals. They are meeting the Blue Jays at the wrong time. My total pick is under 7.5 runs. The Blue Jays have an overall over-under record of 20-27-1 this season. This indicates that in the majority of their games, the combined score has been below the set total. Additionally, and weirdly, when facing AL Central teams, the Blue Jays have a 4-9 over-under record, further supporting the trend towards lower-scoring games. Detroit's Jack Flaherty, with a 3.79 ERA and 72 strikeouts, has been relatively effective despite his 1-3 record. His ability to limit runs can help keep the game's total score down. Even against a strong Toronto lineup, Flaherty's performance suggests he can hold his own and keep the scoring in check. Also, the Tigers have struggled offensively this season, ranking in the bottom third in most offensive categories. As for the Jays, Toronto has a potent lineup. They have had periods of inconsistency, particularly in games against weaker opponents where they might not bring their full offensive firepower. Orioles versus White Sox. My team pick is Orioles minus 1.5 runs. In their last series, the Orioles were on the road losing 3 games to the St. Louis Cardinals, which was their first time this season being swept and the first time they lost 3 in a row. In the series finale, they lost to the Birds 5-4, where Baltimore had 8 hits and 4 different players had an RBI. On the season, the team has been pretty balanced, ranking 6th in the majors in team ERA and 10th in runs scored. Gunnar Henderson, .266 16 HR 35 RBI, ranked 2nd in baseball in HR and had won in 4 straight games before not going yard the last 2. Adley Rutschman, .2969 HR 28 RBI, ranks 1st on the Orioles in batting average but is hitless over the last 5 games and did not play in the last 1. On the season, Baltimore is 12-8 on the road. The team has been making some moves lately, namely to improve their bullpen. Grayson Rodriguez, 4-1 3.15 ERA 1.30 whip, gets the nod on the hill for this series opener and was great in last start, tossing 6 scoreless innings and only allowing 1 hit, but the bullpen let him down in a 4-3 loss to the Seattle Mariners. He has not given up any runs in his last 2 starts, and in his 7 starts he gave up over 2 runs in only 1 of them. Both of these teams are struggling coming into this series, as the Orioles have lost 3 in a row and the White Sox have lost 5 of their last 6 games. However, Baltimore is still over .500 and in the playoff race, while Chicago is already 18 games out of first place in their division. Rodriguez has not given up any runs in his last 2 starts, and he will have another solid outing facing a Chicago team that ranks last in the bigs in runs scored. Clevenger was decent, at best, in his last start, but did pitch well in his long home start. He will be okay, but he has not lasted past 4 2/3 innings in any of his 3 starts and will hand the ball to the Sox bullpen, which has been the only, somewhat, bright spot for the club. The Orioles will not get many runs, but a few, but Chicago will struggle again at the dish and Baltimore will get the W in this series opener. My total pick is under 8.5 runs. Both of these teams' last games went over, but I am taking the under in this game. The Orioles have a solid lineup, but they have not got it done at the dish in their 3 games. They will get some runs in this game off Clevenger, but not many. The White Sox rank dead last in the majors in runs scored and will be facing Rodriguez, who has not given up any runs in each of his last 2 starts. On top of that, in 7 starts on the season, he gave up more than 2 runs in only 1 of them. He will shut down the Chicago lineup, and with the Baltimore lineup only scoring a few runs, this game will go under. Take the under 8.5 runs.